second show of The Dungeon. Welcome to The Dungeon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Vigilante, one of the trill ones from West LA, trying to shed some light on the West Side. Got my sister here today, one of the hosts, her beautiful self, my sister Jasmine. Welcome. You know what I'm saying? I got my brother right here, old as hell, but still cool as hell. You know what I'm saying? Influence, dropping the influence on the world. And today, you know what I'm saying, we're going to be speaking with my good friend, my good bro. He has a clothing line. It's called 310 Raised. It's very dope. It has a beautiful message behind it. My boy Jesse 310, man. Thank you for coming on the show, man.
Yo, hey, thank you for having me. What up, what up? It's your boy J-Rock. We got a little Vigilante in the team right now. About to get this shit cracking right now.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, man, just to dive right in, just like I said, man, you got a clothing line. It's called 310 Raised. You know what I mean? What? So, what inspired that, man? Why clothing, man? And what inspired the whole 310 Raised? And what's the message behind 310 Raised?
Yeah, low key, man, it's some deep shit for real. Like, you know, I feel like this seed was planted when I was, you know, like when I was born, actually. You know, like I was born in Santa Monica Hospital. You know, I was raised with my, you know, it sounds cliche and shit, but I was raised with, you know, single mom and shit, bouncing from city to city, apartment to apartment type shit. So, you know, we started in, the first city we moved to was like Los Angeles, bounced to another spot in Venice, you know, moved to Culver City, to Mar Vista, you know, and as I got older, you know, I started doing my own shit, you know, I had a little side hustle in San Pedro, you know, so just the whole upbringing from birth to now, you know, it's my life has evolved around the 310. That was the way I was raised growing up, so.
So you know, not only do you know how to hustle, but you know the struggle of a woman's hustle too, growing up with a single mom. So you understand a lot about what it takes for women to hustle too.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. For sure, yeah. So.
And do you have any kids?
Nah, no kids, bro.
Oh, okay, no kids yet. Okay.
Everybody's not like you.
You gotta put me on blast. Put my business out the streets on
No kids, but yeah. Okay, but like I said,
nobody know I have
why? How many kids you got now?
13?
You got 13?
I got 5. I'm proud of all 5 of them. I'm proud of you.
Where
Shout out
did this
to
go?
Layla, Alana, to Leia.
That's right.
Hey,
proud
fatherless
of
kids.
that.
Yeah, fatherless kids. Okay.
All my babies.
But yeah, man, back on the subject, man. Like I said, why clothes though, man? Like, why did you decide to put your message on a brand? You know, such as the 310 brand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a good question. I guess starting back in the day, you know, I was big time into graffiti and shit, you know, and you know, we had a little squad together, and you know, I can't get too detailed into it because there's still open cases and shit. So, to all them crooked LAPD and Culver City PD, fuck y'all. All right, hey. Nah, but on some real shit, like, you know, we had a little squad going. I'll just say, you know, it was you know. I guess we could say we called 310 boys. We'll just keep it like that. Yeah, long story short, I remember I made a hat. For, you know, for the graph crew. And it just said 310 on it. That's all it was. It was black hat, black letters with some white letters on it. You know what I mean? I remember I fucking walked out. It was Fox Hills Mall. It was the first hat I made. Walked out of Lids. And I remember people looking at the hat like, hey, like, you know, kind of nodding their head, looking at the hat, looking at my face like, hey, yo, cool. And on the way out, you know, hey, where'd you get that? Hey, oh, cool, you know.
Yeah.
And I go to high school the next day, and everyone's like, damn, that shit is fly. Hey, how much? Cool. So I felt that was just the spark of everything, you know. And after that, I was like, you know what, let me make one more hat in another color. If motherfuckers, you know, are fucking with it, then I'm onto something here. So a couple weeks later, I made a gray one. And, yeah, same thing. Everyone, hey, where'd you get it? How much? I for sure need to cop this one, blah, blah. So, you know, I kind of took it to a whole nother level.
One thing, and not to backtrack, but one thing that always boggled my mind is that I don't know why cops want to harass, like, tag crews. Like, it's like...
Well, you know, we're out there, like, you know, if you're deep into the art, bro, you're fucking shit up. You know, you're bombing walls, you're bombing abandoned buildings, you're fucking shit up. But it's just the art. A lot of people don't understand.
It's just not controlled. I think it's just not. It's not controlled. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you'll
The
see
cops are
like
the graffiti.
murals and stuff like that, and you'll see like graffiti pieces that are posted up that are murals that are, you know what I mean, that are beautiful and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
those are
That's what-
hired
oh,
ones
from LA to New York that they don't even tear down.
But those are hired ones. So I think what he's saying is
Sometimes,
that.
I mean, that's the street shit. Like when you go to like train yards and shit like that.
Yeah, exactly.
That shit is amazing. 'Cause
Yeah, that
that
shit
shit
is
travels. Your piece
I
travels.
feel like
all across the
whatever
United
sparks
States.
your inspiration to do something good, man. You know, let that be. You know, it may
Yeah.
not be in the code of law per se, but
Right.
but that's what got you to what
Yeah,
you
right.
what you wanted to do.
Right.
Another subject that I wanted to touch on that is, you know what I'm saying, the actual brand. You know, it's 310 raised, of course. You said you got it from the West Side, how you and your mom was brought up and everything like that. I noticed that, you know, local survival. I'm wearing the shirt local survival right here, and I know that there's a meaning behind
Oh
that.
yeah, man.
So, you know, why don't you talk about a little bit about the meaning behind
Yeah,
that?
yeah. That one's real deep. This is collection number 7 that I'm coming out with. It's called Local Survival. That one's real deep, man. That's for all black, brown, white, whoever, anyone surviving out here. So, you know, there's you know, we're all surviving in any way. You know, I got some raza, you know, facing deportation. You know, the dreamers out there facing, you know, deportation, getting sent back to their country. We also got, you know, gentrification out there, so we're surviving that. Also, you know, the police corruption out there, you know, there's just a lot. And also, you know, just the way we get it, the way we hustle, you know, the way my mama hustled, the way I hustle, the way all you guys are hustle, you know, like if you're out here in the 310, you're hustling, you know, it's hard. There's a lot of people trying to get rid of us in any fucking way, but you know, we're out here, we're survivors from all different cities.
Modern day purge.
Yeah.
and I believe that even though it is for everybody, it's for white, you know what I mean, Asian, all those people, but we have to always address the elephant in the room and notate that, you know, it is our black and our brown people that are being targeted. So we have to address that, and you know, like we always say, we don't ever want to have to say that black lives or brown lives matter, but it's come to a point in time that we're having to say that, and that is, it's sad.
It's just a subject at hand right now.
It's sad, yeah. So we will address it, and we have to address it, and we have to keep that on your mental, because that's a very important aspect of what's going on in the world.
Yeah, it's like overall, you know, the black and brown are getting hit harder than the whites, you know what I mean? But however, you know, you do got white boys in the community, you know? You got your boy Hank out here in the white community, you know? He's surviving just like us.
Always
you know?
one in the haystack.
Yeah, exactly.
So we hear the your background behind it, but what separates you from the other competition? What about you stands out that they don't have?
Yeah, it's just the way, you know, the way I do it. You know, you got other companies when they're producing shirts, it's just hustle or some other shit. You know, to me, I feel like every print that I'm putting out and every photo I put out, there's a whole poetic message behind it, from the photo to the background to the captions to the design. You know, the meaning of all that. So I just feel there's a real deep meaning behind all my shit. I guess I should start doing interviews so I could actually explain the shit I do. Because, you know, I told you from the beginning, hey, Jimmy, I don't want to do no interviews. Dog.
Shit.
Like,
I made him do this. I'm sorry.
He pushed me the fuck up. You know, Jimmy be popping me out of my little shelter bubble, you know.
Yeah.
I'm
so you
outgoing
sound
as
like
fuck
you're
once you get to know me, but, you know,
exactly.
I got pushed me a little bit.
You sound like you're involved with a lot that goes on within the community, from your message behind your clothing line speaks.
Yeah.
Would you say that you're very involved? Do you support the community as much as you speak about it? Do you go out and do stuff and make a change?
Yeah, definitely, for sure. I remember, you know, since I was young, I always wanted to step up for our people, you know, for black and brown. I did a protest. I did 4 or 5 protests out in the streets, and that was fucking deep. That's a whole. We need a whole episode to talk about that.
Yeah, I
that
remember
was
that.
Deep, man.
You actually got a picture in the LA Times, didn't you?
Yeah, and it came out in the LA Times. Yeah, and it came out in the National Geographic.
Wow, man! Hey, congrats to this dude out here, man. He's putting in work.
And I'm talking about like.
Dude ain't just talking about it.
Yeah, no. Like I was literally out there on the forefront, bro. Like with black, with whites, with Asians, like everyone out there, bro. Like you got. There's an iconic photo that someone has out there. I remember I seen it. It was gotta look at one of my old phones or some shit. But you got black, brown, white. Like it was just all of us on the forefront with our hands up and shit like that. You know, it was real deep. But yeah, I was out there holding the forefront. I was out there frontlining that shit.
That's beautiful.
Cops trying to come in And I'm a little
That's
feisty,
forever.
so I was right there in the front, like, you ain't coming through.
Man, you know what? That's forever, man.
You're
That's
breaking
like
this shit up.
the beautiful thing about that is that's forever, man. One day, man, you're gonna be blessed to live to be 70 years old, bro, and you're gonna be able to pull up from the archives, and that's a real, like, legitimate photograph that's published in our city in which you were raised in, bro.
Yeah.
I want you to know that that's amazing, man. I
Thank
really
you.
think
That
for
is
somebody
salute to you on that.
that
Not
I
a lot
know.
of people go
I know
out
somebody that
and
did
make a
that.
change
Like,
with
wow.
things.
Yeah.
A lot
That's
of people
crazy.
talk about it and don't pursue it. You have somebody who's using their voice, who's using their clothing line to speak to young individuals and supporting the community all in one. His message, his shirt just speak his message, and it's beautiful. So we definitely salute you.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's so subtle, you know. I would like to put a lot more to it, but however, I don't want to overkill shit sometimes. So I just keep it simple, and if you get it, you get it. The art is in the eye of the beholder. So if you pick it up, you pick it up. You know,
Simplicity is what it
Yeah.
is, man. And I
But yeah, man. Hey, we all got platforms. Remember that. I
Yeah.
don't care who you are. You got a platform. You inspired at least one person. Educate yourself so you can inspire them, and that cycle will just continue. They inspire the next to the next to the next. So
inspire the next, man.
yeah, pick
That's
up a
what's
fucking
up.
book. Pick up a book.
Pick up a book.
Pick up a book.
Read a book.
Read.
Read a
Read a
book.
book.
Reading is very
Yeah,
interesting. Read.
You know, one thing, I know that you come with a lot of talents, man. Like, you got a lot of secret things about you. And I'm finna pull this
And Jimmy's
out,
gonna
man.
pull him up like
Yeah,
always.
This is unexpected. Y'all know that this dude is a black belt right here, man? Like a straight dangerous cold.
Yeah,
Like, and he
ninja.
trains people.
Ninja.
Like, I seen him break 3 boards before his feet hit the ground.
What?
It's amazing. Like, this dude's a straight ninja. Can you elaborate on that one a bit? Like, you straight.
Yeah.
You not only do you go out there and protest for your community, man. You can protect your community, dude.
Yo, let me ask you this: have you ever had to use it in whooping somebody's ass?
Yeah, you know, when
Have you ever
hey
had
dog,
to
when
really
you're
have you
short,
ever
course
had
you
to
gonna
really
ask
go
that.
ninja on a nigga.
hey dog, when you're raised in the hood, dog, and you're short, and you're fucking stack of 5 shit, bro. Everyone wants to fuck with you, dog. So you know, yeah, I had to defend myself, you know.
Similar story.
Couple times.
I know the struggle. I know the
You
struggle.
know the struggle, you know what's up. Jim over here hiding him too, like.
Nah,
hey, Jim.
you know, everybody. If you from West LA, you know me. That's all I can say about that. You know, that's all I can say.
But yeah, you know, I was just
Shout out Denver, Colorado.
yeah, no, it's all that.
Shout out
We all got multiple
Denver.
talents.
Oh, Denver, yeah.
Denver.
Where is Denver again? Oh,
LA.
really? In Colorado.
Really?
Nobody.
We got a huge fan base out
He's
there.
shouting out Denver,
Shout out
but he's
to
in West
Denver,
LA.
Colorado.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Denver, man. I ain't no hate. I love y'all. You know what I mean? I just be messing with him because he ugly.
Wow, but you can't see it behind the shades. Oh, let me take mine off while I talk, so that way we
Oop,
know who's
she's
ugly
out
and
the
who's
shades.
not.
She's out the shades, man.
Can you
Sorry.
take them off though?
Huh?
Can you?
So-
These Versace, alright?
Versace?
These Versace.
You can't spell Versace. But look, man, one thing you said that I noticed that I caught from what you said when you was talking about your brand and everything was the actual word gentrification, man. Gentrification, man. What is gentrification, man? Why is it important, and why should we know about it?
Shit, man. I say there's like 2 forms of gentrification. You know, you got physical displacement. That's when they're physically pushing you out. You know, it's a pain in the ass, bro. You know, you got people on Section 8 living out there in the communities. You know, they start opening up restaurants. They start, you know, buying out landowners, and just basically the whole property value around the whole area just goes up.
Making football fields.
Yeah, you know, they're just enclosing you, and sooner or later, you're gonna physically get pushed out. You're gonna physically get displaced.
Yeah.
You know, and you're on
can't
Section
afford
8.
it.
Remember that. Where are you gonna go?
Yeah,
Where are you gonna go? You know, you got displacement and physical displacement.
And you don't even have to be on Section 8. You could be actually
That's
just
what I'm
doing
saying.
good.
And that's just normal
Just
displacement.
rent
Imagine
goes
you got a
up
whole
way too
community,
high.
you got a whole bunch of fucking vegan this and rich this, and you know, you're on Section 8. Now you just feel displaced. Like you feel like you don't belong there in your own city no more. You know, it's fucked up. Yeah, man, we just get pushed out, and the culture, you know, we lose the culture. Like we built this, you know, our black and brown people built this, and they're trying to push us out, you know, like, and that's from day one, you know, we have our land, we get it taken, or we have our land, we get taken, you know, it's a whole fucking, it's modern, bro.
It's a modern thing, man. And one thing I wanted the people to know, and the reason how I met Jesse was behind the message of his brand. We actually met off of Instagram message. I just took a shot because I had started out filming, and I took a shot, and I was like, man, I could do some work for you. And he he actually hit me back and gave me a chance to do some work with him. And when he explained the brand to me, I was moved, like, you know, eternally moved, because I'm from the West Side. I'm from West LA, you know what I'm saying? This is the place I call home, you know, and I didn't even know about gentrification until you brought it to my attention fully like that. When I was like, whoa, this young dude knows about it, and I'm not even aware about it.
Yeah, I remember that we were kicking it and we were driving. I was like, man, look at this shit. Look at this just modern colonization.
Yeah, I
right
was
here,
tripping.
man.
I was like, wow, so this is why they building up all of this stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I thought it was just good for the community, but I'm like, wait, you getting rid of the community.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, back
You know
when
what I mean?
we're from Inglewood too, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know, I lived there for a couple years too, and you see that, you know, we got the Rams Stadium coming in, that's cool, but remember this, all around that place is gonna get, the fucking value is just gonna go up, and it's gonna infest, it's
Push
gonna move into
everybody
our
out.
main city where we stay at, you know? It's
Like,
gonna,
I've
it's gonna
been
hit the
seeing-
poor cities.
I've been seeing like a bunch of just different people moving in near the Crenshaw area, walking their dogs in the morning. Anybody that grew up around Crenshaw and Inglewood, you know you're not about to see somebody walking a poodle down the street.
Nah.
This is their way. Building the metro line is where it started. They want people to know that it's an up and coming area, and just building
it's
and building
safe.
on top
they
of
want
it.
to think it's safe. It's a nice place
Yeah.
for these, you know, upper class, uppity, rich.
But
folk
that's
to
okay.
come
That
in
means it's
and-
time for us to buy property. It's time for us to
it's
get
time for
together.
us to
Yeah.
step our
We
game up.
are not
It's
going to
time
be
for us
pushed
to
aside.
come
That's what
together.
it's about.
That's the whole thing.
Exactly.
That's what
It's
the
like,
Together.
you know, it's like, do you understand that if black and brown people actually decided, you know what, let's come together, we would run the whole world.
Yeah,
As
bro.
we did before.
Yeah.
Well, they
That's
keep
why you
it
gotta
fun.
support one another for sure. You know, if
Yeah.
there's a black restaurant out there with black owners, eat there.
Yeah.
You know, if there's a little
Stop
Mexican little
hating.
restaurant right there around the
Don't
corner,
hate
go
on
eat there.
each
Don't hate on it. You know,
Yeah.
support it.
Keep the
Support it.
dollars
We go
circulating in
there.
our community.
Exactly.
In
man.
our community,
Spend
They
your
don't care about
dollars
us.
where they
black,
care.
you go to that local Spanish mart, man. You got a local bodega, whatever. Support them,
Yeah.
and then you know in return they're gonna support you. Believe it or not, man. Loyalty is royalty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Respect over everything. You know what I mean? Stop. It's the mind frame that the society wants us to
Let
have.
me-
to
let me
put us
say this,
against
though.
each other.
Let me say this though, and I want to get an opinion from everybody that's at this table, including myself. What do you guys think we should be doing specifically? What is a way? I know we should start buying properties and working together. What is a way that we could actually get there, that we could explain to people?
I think first it starts with your frame of mind, your mind frame of knowing, like, hey, you know, thinking about shit before you act, thinking about shit before you talk. You know what I mean? Knowing, like, all right, listen, I could trip, or I could sit. If somebody trips on me, I could trip on them, or I could try and see where they coming from, and try and explain where I'm coming from to where, in hopes that we can, you know what I mean, build something better. The shit that gets most people is only a lack of communication. You know what I'm saying? It is a lack of communication on all spectrums, you know what I'm saying? And some of it is accidental and some of it is purposely, but still, you know what I mean? Once you break down that communication barrier, then it opens up a whole new wavelength. But that takes a lot of patience. That takes people having patience, and it takes people actually, you know, like I said, thinking before they even open their mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with
Yeah.
Dave. It's ignorance is like one of the biggest things. You know, like a lot of let's say a lot of whites don't like the Browns because they just have never sat down and talked to us, and they never put themselves in our shoes, so they don't know where we're coming from.
I
And
believe stereotypes aren't true, even if they look true, because it's something that somebody else made up about another person. I mean, it's because it's an outside perspective. But you got to look at somebody from the inside to see who they are and why they're in the situation
Absolutely.
they are.
people just feel
Well-
like
I
they
mean,
don't
you
know.
can't assume. When you assume, you make an ass out of yourself.
I'm going to piggyback on that. I do agree that it's about the frame of mindset. And I've been seeing a lot of things on Instagram that scenarios, like, for instance, there's a group of young black, brown men standing around, maybe more than 5 of them, that's automatically to cops assumed as a gang-related thing.
Right.
So, in the scenario, you have a car driving by, and before the guy shoots, a gentleman comes and he starts rapping about what he should be thinking about before he pulls the trigger, because you're about to kill 5 or 6 Black or Browns, and you're doing exactly what the government wants you to do without paying you.
Right.
You're allowing them to get into your mind and
You're doing their job.
take who they want out so that they can have less to worry about. So I agree that it's about the frame, and you have to think about what you do before you do it. But it's also that we need to get out and make a change together. If we keep talking about it, like Jesse is coming out and he is using his voice and his clothing to speak to the communities, we need to do the same. And if we all come together and everybody plays their part in it, we will be unstoppable. So that's what I think about that.
And it is very important to talk about it, but you always got to remember, faith without work is dead.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I'm
respect
saying?
that.
It's like you gotta get up and do something.
Yeah.
Something.
I
There's a
respect
lot
that.
that can
Takes
be done.
more than 2,000 people to make a change.
Anything can be done, even if it's supporting the next person that's on that grind, that's on that mission. You know what I mean? Anything can be done. You know
But on a physical note, because I believe also heavily in the mental state, because if you can't really mentally get yourself out of the bed in the morning, then you really ain't gonna be able to accomplish anything. But on the physical note, I feel like we as a people need to focus and put things into other things that matter, things that are more significant than the things that we put value into. I did some research on things like diamonds and where they came from and why they're so valuable.
Right.
And then what I found out was a crazy truth, that diamonds really aren't valuable. They're really nothing. There's no value to them. When they were discovered, there was these 2 women that have a family name. They come from this family. I forget the name. I should have remembered this name, but there's 2 of these women that, they did these research. They found all of these jewels, and they ended up stuck with them. They thought they were rare, but they weren't. You know what I mean? But the way they put value into them was applying them to our way of life. They put it in marriage. They created the slogan, "A diamond is a girl's best friend." And that's the value that we put. Diamonds are the value, that have no value except the value that we put into it. So if it's important to you, then that's its value. You know what I'm saying? The minute that you buy that diamond for how it is, that value depletes completely. You know what I mean? It's all personal wealth. And what I feel like our people should focus on is things that are actual wealth. Like if you're gonna buy something, buy silver, real silver, buy gold.
Real gold. That's where the value is.
Bricks of gold if you can.
And just to piggyback off of you, there's no value in money. Money
exactly.
Paper,
that's another thing I was going to touch.
Papers.
Stop holding the money to the ear.
For a whole sheet. And the government makes it, but they're only supposed to make as much money as they have in gold. But you can
rich people
look around and tell the day.
Rich people don't even worry about having cash.
That's why we as Americans are just America itself. We're in debt.
Yeah.
We're in debt.
Because rich people don't even worry about having cash. The only thing that they care about
cash
is credit.
Is becoming obsolete.
Credit.
Honestly.
That's how you get things done.
Cash is going to become obsolete. And that's why they pushing for all this chip shit, so you can just go to the store, bar scan, you know what I mean? Your wrist, you know what I mean?
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
That's crazy shit. That's conspiracy.
But
theory shit. But hey, I'm saying think about it though. You got a credit
card,
a little credit card chip, the little chip. Listen, no, I'm just saying, a little chip that they put in the end of your, you know what I mean? Your credit card?
Yeah.
You put that right under your skin or something, just scan your shit. Niggas
That's true. They're even making robots.
They got
now.
motherfuckers who actually have like high security jobs who have that infrared, the RF chip, that chip in them, so they can get their job.
On a serious tip that I did see in the country, I forget what country it is, but they did approve that.
Yeah.
And then people can unlock their doors and start their cars with the chips and everything. Yeah. Would you do something like that, Jesse?
I seen iRobot.
I'm not trusting the robots on this one. But on another note.
Well, what's next for you, Jesse? What do you have?
Bro.
What's on the horizon next for you? What's up and coming? What can we look forward to?
What can we look forward to?
Well, I'm going to keep it small because I don't want to ruin all the surprises.
Give me some.
Just a little bit. Just a snack.
It's my show. You in the dungeon, baby.
This is exclusive.
Yeah, this right here is an exclusive sneak peek. What you want to pass me that right there? This is a
We
collection
got some,
serving that's gonna come out
my man
this
brought
week.
some more stuff
Then get
into
those
the
black
dungeon.
Bring it in.
Into the dungeon.
Let Jazzy hold this
My
one.
boy, my
This is,
my
this, is a
cat.
little, this is a little Mac pack
When
right here
he
for the
brought
women.
this piece in,
Hey.
Pull that up.
Oh,
It's
I
a
got
little
you.
crop
I got
top
you.
jersey
No,
with
no,
little
no, no.
booty
Sure,
shorts.
put them one on top of another.
I
Yeah,
got
there you go.
I ain't want to black you
Lady.
out. There she go. Oh yeah, let the lady put it on. My boy,
Yes,
my
yeah.
cameraman
this
Hank
is
over
a
there.
two-piece set, you
Got to
guys.
sit on
Can you
two.
make sure she...
I fell in love with this. Girls love to be comfortable and in style at the same time, and this gives that.
There you
I
go.
love it.
Lady.
We're gonna put value
this
on it
is
like
what
those
we can look
diamonds. Hey,
forward
you need
to.
this.
You need
Hey,
this.
You need
That's a
this.
part of-
We
that's
are
a part of
soft and stuff.
Oh, soft.
You got the booty at the
So
bottom.
look, hey,
That's how we do it.
The thing about this print, you know, it's a
Keep
it's
your
a,
marriage alive.
it's a fashion with a statement. So you know, it's a little fashion statement right here, and you know, walk out the house, you know, get all that attention right there. Look at that.
Yeah.
Had them yamas hanging out.
Got you feeling like Miss
Hey.
Parker in this. Hey,
Miss
Miss
Parker.
Parker.
Miss Parker.
Get that youth back.
Miss Parker.
And then these right here are just some.
There we go.
These are two of my favorites right here.
One up.
I think this was from like collection 5 or something like that.
Yes.
Let me show y'all the front first.
This one right here is pretty subtle though. You can rock this kind of with anything. Like
And this is
it's
like
a
this is
chill
like
day. You can rock it with
Dodgers.
baseball.
I would love to
Yeah,
rock
yeah,
this at a
yeah,
Dodgers
yeah.
game.
There we go. It is Dodger
Yeah.
inspired too.
Oh, is
It's
it? I
Dodger
would love to
inspired.
rock this at a
Inspired
Dodgers
by the
game.
Dodgers. Go Dodgers.
Yeah, this is straight
And-
LA right here.
And where can everybody pick
Shout
this
out
up
to the
at?
Colorado
Yeah.
Rockies too.
Yeah.
Fuck Colorado.
Ah.
we on LA right now.
Colorado.
So
They
where,
don't
where,
know-
where
they
can
don't
we get
know
the
no
where
good.
can we get the
They don't
clothes
know.
at?
Yeah, no, if you want to purchase the clothing, it's www.310raisgear.com. Real simple.
That's
That's
good.
simple.
You know, like,
Ladies, you can wear this as
It's
a
right
dress
there.
too.
Check this out
It's
right
right
here.
there.
Let me get this
This
one.
one's hard.
And then this shit right here. This was I think this one came after the Dodger print. This was a straight up gentrification, and
So this is a part of the release with 7, right?
this was with 6.
Oh, this was
yeah,
6
because
release,
local
okay.
survival 7.
Okay, so this is
Seven's
6.
a little more broad still statement, you know. But
Yeah,
but
okay.
this one right here is gentrification, and at that time, fucking Trump was talking about coming to LA and shit. So you know, Sad Boy NYG said don't come to LA, you know, a little Kanye influence right here, you know.
Yeah,
So
that's dope, man.
this one was powerful. I like that one a lot.
I actually have this
Love
one in
it.
my closet. I love it. Wear it
So
all the
this
time.
reads 310 Raise.
Oh yeah.
In the middle, don't come to LA.
That's right.
We don't need no more foreigners coming and taking up our beautiful air. And
Well, we have something
See.
on the.
on the front,
On the
it's just the
opposite
logo
side,
right there.
yes.
Spells out 310
Yes.
raised as well.
Yeah, this
And
is
you
straight
can-
up to gentrification. We don't
And
want
the
none
link
of them
is right
motherfuckers
there.
taking
So
over
make sure you get to the
places
link.
like that.
It's right there. You know what I mean?
Ladies, cop that 2-piece. It's
You got little
summer.
skeletons in there too.
Summer.
Representing you come here.
Exactly.
summer, ladies.
So
You
shit's
know
gonna
we
happen.
bout. You know we bout on the LA side. You know what I mean? It ain't safe. It ain't safe. We don't want you here. But on another note,
Wait,
man,
real quick, I just gotta say, fuck gentrifiers and all refugees are welcome. All right, remember that.
Hey,
Yeah, man.
true revolution.
All right,
yeah.
so before we go, how much do these shirts and stuff run?
Well, look, dog. So you know, I come from the struggle, so I just try to keep everything affordable, no matter how big I get. I don't care if I become fucking Gucci or fucking Tommy Hilfiger. If I make some expensive shit, I'll make a fucking print for you to afford. And if it's not the same, it'll be a little different, but there'll always be affordable shit on there for anyone. So if you want to check the prices, just go online. You know.
Nice. Affordable prices
Affordable
online.
prices, man. There we go.
Hey.
Like I said, the link is right there. Make sure you check out the homies brand. It's dope clothes. You guys a whole catalog. You know, people that's modeling and everything in it. So check it out, man. It's really dope.
Yeah, if you want to see the model photos, go on Instagram. That's 310 Raise Gear.
Yeah, see when
Simple as that.
the link is right there, baby. Another note that I wanted to touch on is that. Oh yeah, I actually want to put my cameraman on blast real quick because he was super eager. I want you to know he's really ready to put you through pain at the last part of the show. He was already asking me like, should I heat it up? Should I heat it up? I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
nah, not yet. Shout out with Hank over there. Hank ready to get the pain started.
Well, we should get the pain started.
No, not yet.
Pain
Not yet. I
started.
want to talk some more. I want to ask him a little bit more. I want to
Ready
ask
to
him a
get
little
the
bit
pain
more.
started. Who's ready to see the pain?
Yeah, she's like, she ready to see the pain. Everybody just want to see you in pain.
I think
Look.
we should get it started.
What I do?
Answer
Look.
the questions. Isn't that he has to answer the questions in pain?
No, I have some more stuff we want to talk about before we get to that
Oh, you
part.
better-
I be talking shit off camera all the time. That's why you want to see me on pain.
But look, check this out. So, what do you think? What do you think is the gap between the black and brown community in today, bro? Like, why we can't really come together as one? and just be cool.
Yeah.
From your side, tell
No,
me what you think.
Yeah, just kind of the way that I seen it. Like, it's, number one, the streets. Like in LA, there's a lot of gangs out there. You got your 13s, your S's. You got your blacks, you got your Bloods and Crips, and so growing up, it's kind of like watch out for them. So with the whole gang shit going on, a lot of black neighborhoods not getting along with the Browns, and the Browns not getting along with the blacks. I feel like if you're raised in that environment, you're kind of brainwashed to think like that. And if you're not raised in that environment, like any other average Joe, the media has a big part to do with that. If you watch any show or movies, how often do you see a black and brown show on there? I still have not fucking seen one.
Yeah, it's real.
They want to keep
and
us
if you
separated.
Got it, you want to keep us separated, And even you look at some, you don't see no Asians and browns, Asians and black shows out there. I just feel like from the media, from day fucking one, every show you watch, it's just kind of getting thrown in there. And there's shit unconsciously we still don't see out there. There's fucking. Besides media,
It's where a
just
lot
keep
of
your
our
eyes open, check it out.
A lot of our stereotypes come from what's implanted in our brains. You know what I mean? And it's all strategic. Once you really sit down and do your research, you find out.
To me, it's like I don't really give a like. Honestly, in my opinion, I don't give a fuck about stereotypes. You can say what the fuck you want.
Yeah.
But it's about the separation. It's you gotta wake up. That's why I said pick up a book, man. Read some books that are banned. You'll learn some true knowledge out there, man.
Step outside of your comfort zone and talk to somebody you wouldn't find yourself talking to before, and I guarantee you, they're not who you thought they were.
Yeah,
they're not who you thought they were. They may,
Just educate yourself, man. That's all I can say. Educate yourself and
I guarantee
wake up.
You, they know who you
That's what happened when I talked to an influence for the first time. I made that step.
What happened?
I made that step. Stay involved.
It doesn't matter if you're the older brother. You're young. It's my little sister, man.
Hey, look. I feel like though a big part of the gap between our communities is that there's a lack of understanding, and that we really are the same people.
Yeah.
Because when I got to kick it with Jesse so much, and I got to go kick it with your family and meet your peoples and see what you was going through, and we've had conversations. What I'm saying, that I'm not going to discuss nothing about like that, but we've had conversations where we like, damn, and I was like, bro, like it's kind of like we go through the same things. It's like, dang, but
we talked about that multiple times.
Yeah, but we distance because we think that it's the opposite.
Right.
And I feel like the black and brown community, man, we should like spend more time amongst them. We right next to each other.
We live amongst
talk to each other. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Like we said earlier too,
help each other out.
It's just ignorance.
It's like each other.
Yeah, when Jimmy came to my place, I could see in his eyes, he was just looking like, and then looking at me like, hey, damn, we do the same shit. And then he took me to some of your family barbecues, and I got to be at your household and see how you guys do it. I'm looking at you like, we do the same shit. It's just it's just ignorance, Like if you like influence said, just step outside your bubble. Go kick it with that person for a whole day, and you're gonna understand them, and then there won't be none of that ignorant shit because you understand. It won't be foreign to you. Now I feel comfortable being around his people. I know he feels comfortable being around my people. Yeah. And you're black and Mexican, but I remember I took you to the Mexican shit. Like I say Chicano shit. It wasn't no like mariachis and nothing like that. But it was like fucking lowriders, cookouts, fucking.
And I'm good all through there, man.
He's good.
I walked right up on Sad Boy, man. Took a picture with him, man. Shout out to Sad Boy. You know what I mean? He showed me so much love. Let me get right up on him with the picture and the lowrider and everything, man. Got me some good footage that day. I really appreciate that, man.
Yeah, man. Sad Boy, YG, Pot, Kendrick. Those are people with platforms and use their platforms to educate the community and give back to the community.
Absolutely, man.
I appreciate that.
And just because these dudes come from the streets and you see them tatted up and all that other stuff, that don't mean that we bad people. That don't mean that we ain't caring and doing something positive in the neighborhood. You know what I mean? You
gotta explain yourself, dog. That's ignorance. You come in our life and you understand why we get the tats.
Exactly. We try to find our way. You know what I mean? We try to find our way.
Everybody finds their way.
On that music tip, I gotta give a shout out to that nigga Young Zeke. His album just dropped, Goda. You know what I mean? Greatest of them all. You know what I'm saying? I got a track on there produced by me. So, Bang, bang.
Bang, bang, bang.
Hit him up for the beats.
Right.
He got
Oh
the
yeah,
beats.
Dave. I
Dave
mean,
got
oh,
the
excuse
beats.
me. We call him Dave, and I didn't even realize this.
Influence.
We're on the air. Oh my
Edit
God.
that shit out.
Nah, you can't anyway.
Oh.
But he's actually influence, guys. Sorry, he's influence. He's influence. Okay.
He's
Influence got the beats, not Dave. Influence got the beats, right? Say it, Jasmine.
okay. Influence has the beats.
There we go.
Yama.
Yama yama. So, I'm gonna give my cameraman the cue to do that.
Oh, it's time to be.
It's
in
time
pain.
to get up in. It's time for the pain game right now, man. We're gonna get up in this segment real quick.
Let's go. I'm ready to see this.
See,
You know what I
that's
mean? So what we
I-
doing right now is last week my boy decided to use weed and he got high. He almost threw up. Shout out to Show
Did he
Off.
almost ju-
oh, yeah,
Shout
bro.
out my nigga.
Shout out to
Off.
Show
That
Off.
nigga
Wow, I
came through
missed
like-
that.
He's
Shout
still-
out to
They're
Show Off.
jumping.
Show Off
Yeah.
has been look. Show Off
Where
was
were
so.
you at?
Oh yeah,
Where
she
were
was gone.
you at?
She was supposed to be
You
here on the
remember?
opening
Yeah,
show.
you remember
Yes.
I told you. I told
Let's
you. I
grill
was
her. He
like,
said
I'm
he's gonna pull it out on you.
I had
She
prior
was on
engagements.
black.
Prior engagements,
Prior
my
engagements to the
Oh, he took the
opening
glasses
show.
off.
To,
He
yeah,
took the glasses
to the,
off,
to
y'all.
the opening show
Wow.
that
Look at
she helped create. I'm like,
It was her idea. Like
It was
I
her
came,
idea.
I spent
As
all
long
night
as my
researching
stamp
this.
is put on.
have me get up all extra early. Oh my
Yeah,
god,
it
never
was
mind.
dope.
But you know what? We here
But I'm here
and
today,
she's here
and he took off the glasses,
just for that.
and we're about to have somebody in pain.
Yep.
Somebody-
Yeah, but like I
you
said,
gotta
Show
be
Off.
paid,
Show Off
man.
was about to throw up
Show
on
off
the
is
damn
better
show,
throw
man.
off of weed.
Off of
nigga.
weed.
That shit
man.
tastes good at least.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be
You
good,
had
bro.
it.
You know I made the sauce, man. I got you. So
What
Jesse, he
what
don't
you
smoke.
choose?
He wasn't trying to take no shots.
Oh, no shots, no
What? What you mean,
So
man?
he chose
You
the
really gotta
he
eat
chose
some
the
chicken
route
and
where
take
you
some
gotta
shots.
you gotta get the pain. You gotta do that. You gotta go through the spicy challenge. You know what I'm saying? Where I laid out 3 nice meaty tenders for you. You know what I mean? There's no bones, so you can rip right through them.
Ooh, no bones.
You know what I mean? So, but they are drenched in my own concoction, bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
And
Hey,
don't be
low-key-
discouraged, my vegan lovers. We will do cauliflower.
Oh
for
yeah,
guys
you
too.
ain't safe. Nobody's safe.
Low-key, I think Jimmy's trying to get me back. We had a barbecue one time for my birthday,
Oh yeah.
and we have a bunch of chili plants in the back. And I remember he was like, "Hey, you got chili plants?" Huh? Jimmy was questioning. I was like, "Yeah." So we go over there and we get them on real quick. I'm like, "Try this." He goes, "Is it hot?" I said, "It's not our hottest, but it's one of the hot ones." So
Man.
Jimmy rips into that shit. Eats the whole thing like a champ. I'm like, "Ooh, you about to burn your
Oh.
fucking." You be shitting. Your ass was
I
gonna
tried
burn.
to swallow it and I almost threw up. That's how hot it was. Like I was
Why
chewing
would
He
it.
you
chugged that
bite a
beer.
whole
Jimmy chugged
pepper?
that beer so quick.
I was like, I was trying to throw up. I was like, oh my god, it's so hot.
No,
I
it's
bite
just-
a
Smell the
pepper.
heat
Red
coming
one.
off of these.
There we go. Here's my cameraman.
Shout out
Hank.
to our
Hank.
cameraman.
Hey, wave at the
Hey,
camera.
so you got 3,
Here we go.
Hey, are there any without all that?
It's only 3.
A big ass 3.
3 meaty tenders. That's what I said.
Man, there's chili seeds on that
I
motherfucker.
can smell it.
That's what I was saying. I can smell it.
I
I'm
can
a
smell
vegan,
that
so I don't eat meat.
Ooh,
But
hey.
that
Let him
sauce,
cool down
I'll
a
take
little
on
bit,
some
man.
cauliflower,
Cool
some
down. Let him cool
jackfruit.
down a little
Chicken
bit.
and beer.
You want some beer?
I got beer right here.
You got the beer loaded right there. But no, yeah. Now that I think about it, that wasn't the reason why I did it. But
You want to see my
I
ass burn, Jimmy?
now we can say that because I
So
remember.
what's up? I
eating
just
that.
eat these wings or what? How does
So
this
like,
shit
look,
work?
the first you gotta tear into the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Once you finish that one of us is gonna load you with a question. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter what it is, what it's about. It's just a random question you want to ask him off the top of his head. You gotta answer it to the
Oh,
best
so we're
of
gonna
his
get
ability.
personal.
Yeah,
And
we
then
gonna
he-
get personal and
Can
crazy.
he pass certain questions?
I mean, he could choose not to answer them.
Does that do?
I mean, he could lie.
As long as that ain't like too political, we're straight.
No,
Okay, so let's say if he passes on the question, then he has to take a shot. Can we say that?
You guys don't do me grimy.
nah, I don't
No,
wanna
we
feel that
won't
pain.
give you a big shot. We'll give you a small one.
She's
because-
coming up with incentives along the way. Like I
Only
was
if he
like,
passes. Only if he decides to pass.
Hey, we
on
got
the
chili
question.
plants, Jimmy, man. I hope this shit's hot because I made some spicy ass
Alright.
shit.
hey man, I know you do. I did my
Yes,
best.
yeah,
bro.
alright.
I did my
There's some
best.
chili, like, there's some chili seeds. There's a lot, not even like one, bro. There's a big of fucking chili.
Alright,
Well, let's
you ready?
get the
Let's get
pain
this.
going.
Let's get this show on the
You
road.
ain't got no ranch on the side or nothing?
Alright.
No,
Who's
it's
gonna
straight
go-
pain.
Those motherfuckers are
Who's
hot.
gonna go with the first question? I got a question.
Wait, he said they're hot.
You can go to question.
Cameraman,
first
could you give us a couple of these napkins right here, so he can be comfortable and be able to wipe his hands when he's ready?
question. Yep.
All right, thank you.
No, I don't have a question. I just forgot my question.
Oh my God, you got a question to ask me first before I ask him?
No, you ask him one first.
Okay.
I want mine to be second.
I lick my fingers like that.
All right, go ahead, man. Whenever you're ready to start.
Everybody watch his eyes as he eats it.
Oh, yeah, I got a question. I got it.
Well, you're
You wanna
third
go first,
now.
Scoop?
Yeah, I'll go
Oh,
first. All right. After the
Yeah.
age,
They got a little kick
Hey,
to it, don't they?
I'm already red.
at the age of 15, have you accidentally peed on yourself?
What?
Wait, after the age of 15?
Yeah. Have you accidentally peed? Even
Oh,
a little bit.
damn,
It's like,
I couldn't
oh,
even
God,
lie,
you
dude.
accidentally peed
I
on
never
yourself.
pissed myself, no.
Dang.
Yeah, never peed on yourself? You
Yeah.
motherfucking lying.
I fucking threw up on myself. I blacked out a gang of times.
Alright.
Oh, shit, bro.
Alright.
Woke up naked
I'm
at
not
parties
talking
and
about
shit like that,
foreplay.
dog. I never
Oh,
fucking...
he took
I
my
tried
Wait
to
for him to
shit.
finish it.
I'm trying.
No,
nigga.
no, you asked him
Alright, go
before
ahead,
he bit,
nigga.
so he has to eat the whole one next time.
Oh, he has to eat the whole one?
Let him finish the whole thing before you
okay.
ask him.
See, I didn't know that.
You know
That-
what I mean?
you
Hey.
you gotta elaborate on these.
But I
rules,
did
bro.
say that, but you know,
Did you say that?
I did.
No, I don't
Ooh.
remember that.
Looking kind of
But
spicy
I love it.
there.
Hey, we're on camera.
Hey, this what makes it real. It's live.
Exactly.
Looking kinda
So we
spicy.
will figure
Oh yeah,
it
they
out.
spicy.
I'm burning the mouth right now.
Really?
In my throat later, man.
Hey, go ahead, man. However you, whenever
Already
you
sweaty
ready,
later and shit.
whenever you ready
Yeah,
to dig into the next one,
Oh yeah,
let's
you
go.
gotta eat another
Alright,
piece of
getting wet.
chicken so
Let's
that
Yeah, you can slow down.
you gotta eat another piece of chicken so he can ask you another question. But you gotta eat that whole piece of chicken.
What?
I'm gonna get me sweating.
Yeah, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Welcome to
That
the
shit
dungeon.
look hot.
As
That
I
shit
said,
look
welcome
hot.
to the dungeon.
It's hot?
That shit
It's
look,
probably
I mean,
like
spicy.
steamy
That
hot
shit
and
looks
spicy hot.
Both.
Ooh.
Really? That nigga did some
I
damage.
was gonna ask him about his party days.
He
but
probably
you
did
guys
some
survived.
fucked up shit to that shit.
Bro, it's my sauce that, alright, basically, it's my sauce. If you ever been to one of my barbecues, it's my sauce that I make at my barbecues, but for the show, I have to spice it up a little bit
He spiced it up a
to
lot.
make it a challenge.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
But he is a good barbecue if you ever want on a side gig.
No,
No.
don't call me.
Only personal.
Yeah, I only do it for my family.
Motherfucking
my
tongue
lady.
burning, dog. Got big ass chicken wings, too.
Okay, here we go. You almost done with that one. So here we go. What was the name of the first teacher that gave you your first F?
My first F?
What class was it and everything?
Damn, bro.
Yep. Think hard, baby. Think hard.
First F, fuck. Them fucking wings can't have
Oh,
Shit
the
just
wings
got
is
real.
getting you, huh?
I think it was some science fucking teacher who gave me an F or some shit.
Nigga,
Remember
who
the
was
name?
she? Who
Mm.
was she though?
I remember the class. It was like fucking remember about evolution and all that shit.
What school?
Crazy ass fucking atoms and shit like that. Elemental, fuck all that. I like history. That's just better, dog. I'm gonna write some shit out. History. Fuck science. That shit.
I like science.
I like science.
Hey, I like
Shout
history
out
and
to
science. I like history and science.
I love those.
Shout out to Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Shout out to
Anybody know sixth grade
Is
was
that nigga
watching
still
that all
alive?
day? Bill Nye the Science Guy?
Bill Nye has a new show for adults
Yeah,
right
he
now.
is alive. Yo, see, science.
Bro,
keep
Bill
that
Nye
nigga
has a
alive.
new show on Netflix. It's
Science.
really dope. It's for adults.
That nigga's a scientist.
It's basically
my
for
nigga.
the kids that grew up watching the show. He
This
has
motherfuckers are hot.
he done had like so
He's in
many
pain.
different people coming in.
You in
Oh,
Nah,
yeah.
hey, you know who got me into
Yeah,
science?
man. That
Neil-
nigga got
Neil-
heat
that
emitting
Neil-
off of
the
him.
grad-
That
what's
nigga
his name?
What's his
The
name?
black dude. The
Oh,
science-
Neil Armstrong?
No, not Neil Armstrong. Neil the
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Oh, there we go.
Yo, the heat
That's the only way I can get
emitting
into
off
science
of
right
you is intrusive.
Bro, I'm like wet.
I
arms
know, it's low key intrusive, man.
He's
Like,
hot
like
out
his shit is like
here.
moist.
Well,
Look at that shit.
It's hot out here,
shut
right?
him. Like,
Hot out
shut
here,
this man.
It's hot out here
Come
for
on, get to
Bill.
that chicken.
My
Yeah,
sister
get
got
to
her
that
question.
piece. There's one more question.
One more question, man.
Oh, God
Come on,
damn,
you
bro.
got it.
got the question.
You got it.
Look at all them C's on this last
Yeah,
one.
man.
Dog.
Eat
This
all
Mr.
that
310.
shit,
This
man.
Mr.
Don't-
310.
Don't wait. Nah, hold up.
Hey, low key, I always want to open up a fucking restaurant too, dog.
Hey,
Tacos
man.
and chicken wings. They're infused, Blk
Whoa.
Brwn right there.
Hey, let's do it, man. I'm with it. If you with it, I'm with it.
Tacos and chicken
Hey,
wings.
let's make it a food truck though.
Yep, let's do
Oh,
it.
cameraman got some input.
There we
Food
go.
truck.
God damn it,
We gotta add
cameraman.
some vegan stuff on that for me.
What was that last comment? He's,
Goddamn.
he's sweating profusely over here.
Look, camera got my eyes all wet. No watery.
What do you think about the show so far?
ladies and
Ooh, I wonder if I
First
should
shot.
ask the question while he's
Nah,
while he's
let
going
him-
at it.
Let him
Let
at least bite into that one. Look how much
Okay.
sauce is on that end. But-
Because I want this question to be real.
Got my nose running now.
Woo!
You got this.
That's
Yeah.
beer.
I'm gonna
Those-
make you some of this sauce from my
Does it?
cauliflower.
We'll get you back, you know, put that chili in your fucking oatmeal.
Yeah. Oh, damn. That's not even expected.
Yeah.
Woo!
Nah,
Damn.
you know I'm making you fucking chicken wings with those chili.
Man, I'll eat it. I'll eat it just because I love you, man.
Alright.
Just because I love you. I appreciate you coming on my show, man. You don't know what it means to me to have you come out and let me do this thing.
I'm enjoying this. He talks so much crap to me on a daily.
Look,
Every time we link up, he always has some crap to talk to me about. And I get to finally watch him and laugh, and he can't say anything.
Go ahead, tell her.
Man,
Or tell them what you be calling me.
So, when I first met him, the first thing that came into my head was Baby Joker. Just because, I mean,
It's hilarious.
you know, reminds me of Baby Joker. So he talks crap to me every time. Doesn't matter where we're at, who we're
What's up,
with. He calls me a bunch of stuff and makes fun of me. So this is funny. And I only give him one nickname.
Look, you only got a little bit.
All right, let's go. Let's hit this question.
He's like, I can't eat all of it.
Here we go. He said he's trying.
I'm an
All
out-of-body
right,
experience
last
right now.
bite. Okay, we
All
want to know
right.
your most embarrassing moment that you have not shared with any of us here.
Any of
Oh,
us.
shit.
Yeah, your
Most embarrassing. I need this to
moment
be
that
juicy.
we have not heard of yet.
Craziest shit. Oh. Alright, one time we were kicking on the block, chilling, right? I fucking popped the. God damn, that is fucking hot. Popped the pill real quick, and then someone pulled out the Hennessy bottle, mixing that shit with the pill.
Woo!
Blacked out within like 5 minutes. And fucking, I just remember going home. There's like little snippets and shit. And I go to the bathroom. Goddamn, bro. Hot. And I remember
He is
the
sweating.
homies
from his
basically had to
head.
carry me home. We walked down. And it was my sister or some shit was like, you alive in there? Banging on the door and no noise and nothing, bro. She opens up the door and my fucking just arm like pops out. I guess I was like laid out on the fucking door. And boom, there's like fucking yapped it everywhere. I was on the floor like that, bro. Fucking, yeah, dog.
Ooh.
Fucking
Oh.
alcohol and
Popping
everything, dog. I was
pills
bad.
and mixing Henny.
Woke up the next morning on my living room floor and shit, like, what the fuck happened? And my sister comes in and shakes her head. I'm like, who'd I kill? What the fuck did I do? Like, I don't know.
What?
I don't know shit. You know, imagine you just wake up on the block, or you're on the block, wake up.
I've had some of those nights where you wake up, you're like, what the fuck happened last night?
Yeah,
I know something fucked up happened
something
because
fucked
I
up.
can't remember.
Like how
He
come we
has
get
those
fucked
nights
up? We
every
don't.
night.
Only because I can't
I
remember.
can top that.
When we get fucked up, we don't like clean a house or some
I
shit.
can
We
count
like
that easily.
break some shit and do
Woo.
some shit. You know, it's
Yeah.
never like, oh, he cleaned my living room when he was
Yo,
drunk.
let me tell you a quick little hilarious story.
goddamn.
Oh, damn.
Alright. So, my homeboy Billy
Billy.
decides
Billy
to take
Phil.
me. Yeah,
Is he from
decides
Denver?
to-
Shout out to Billy Phil.
Nah, he's from out here. He's from Venice.
He's
Is
from
his-
Venice,
is his
Village,
real name
California.
Billy?
Yeah, Billy
Yeah,
Phil.
Billy
Oh,
Phil.
okay.
But
Billy Phil.
But anyway, this nigga he takes me to this wedding
Okay.
with him and his mom.
Takes you
And
to a
then-
wedding.
Yeah. So we go to the wedding. I'm actually even hollering at this little white bitch. I'm like, yo, what's up?
Whoa.
And then boom, we come back to his house after the wedding. In between the wedding and the reception, we go back to his mom's house. And then I'm like, yo, I got a headache. I'm like, can you know what I mean? You got any Tylenol or something? And she's like, oh, go in those. There's
Wait,
some
is this the
pills.
story where his mom gave you like 2 amitriptylines?
Yeah, bro.
Oh my god.
Yeah, bro. So listen, she's like, yo, just go get me, go get 2 pills right up there. This is why you should never listen to anybody that tells you to go get pills, kids. Because I got these 2 pills, and she's like, yeah, just take 2 of them. She was like, go get a couple of them, and you'll be fine. And so I went and got a couple of them, and I took them right then and there, because I'm like, you know what I mean? She told me to get a couple. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm good.
Wow.
I was like, and then I came back, and she was like, hold up. Did you take both of them? I'm like, what do you mean? Yeah. I took both of them.
Like
You
Cheech
told
and-
me
sound like
that
Cheech and Chong,
yeah,
bro.
you told me they both of them. She was like, oh no. Everybody was like, oh no. Oh no, what have you done? And I was like, oh no, what have I done? I was trying to throw up and everything, but it was already too late. And I damn near probably ruined these people's wedding, man.
Oh, wait, hold up. No, he's lying.
Yeah, I
Let
went
me
up
get
in there.
descriptive.
I
This
went up
dude
in
got
there.
behind the bar,
I went- yeah,
started
behind
serving
the-
people drinks at these people's wedding that he
Yeah.
didn't even know.
I didn't even know
He didn't even
them.
know these
I got
people.
behind the bar, started serving people's drinks. People were loving it for a second.
For a second.
And then I got like 17 plates. I had them at the table. And I fucked up the toast. I just walked up and started pouring extra glasses of champagne
damn.
while they were trying to toast and shit. I fucked it up. But, you know what? It's their fault. Shut up.
Shout out.
And shout out. We don't agree with you on that one, buddy.
It's their
The
fault.
message.
nigga.
The message of the story is: don't be dumb enough to take pills that you've never seen.
Fuck up, man.
That didn't. The box did not say Tylenol on it.
You should know what Tylenol pills look like, though. So Google
I've
them,
taken-
get a familiar
Now,
description.
If you tell
In
somebody
all
you got a
fairness, these
headache,
pills
I'm
are
thinking,
non-narcotic.
they got some
These
ice
pills are
and
non-narcotic, but I've taken a half of them, and I felt like I took a rhino tranquilizer, my nigga.
Yeah,
Like-
that shit was
Like, it
horrible.
was like,
And I didn't know. I had never experienced anything that motherfucking strong. Ever, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No.
Never have I ever. And I didn't
Let's just
take
stay
it.
away from pills.
I didn't. You know what I mean? And
hold on one second, Jesse, how you doing, man? I see
Good,
you,
right?
man.
Yeah,
Talk
yeah.
to us
Hey,
a little
you
bit.
guys turn on the heater up in here or what?
Yeah, nah, you turned the heat up on you. You ate them wings, play. I see you over there breathing. Look, you got the shit. You
Low
got
key,
the dragon
hey,
breath.
Hey, if I went to fucking Buffalo Wild Wings or fucking Wingstop, bro, I'd buy the motherfuckers again with some ranch.
Yep.
Some ranch on the
You
side.
know what I'm saying?
That's a knockout right there.
It's real good. It's real good. Well, we're getting close to the end of the show. It was a great experience. Man, Jesse, J-Rock, 310 Rays.
310
Thank you for
Rays.
coming on the
Bang,
show,
bang.
completing my
Thank you.
challenge, man. It was a beautiful day, man.
Yeah,
A
that was
beautiful
fun.
storyline, man.
Blessings.
Man, it was dope. It was a great show, man. And as I said, you can get the clothes and everything at 310 Rays.
Gear.com.
310raysgear.com. The link is right here below. Make sure you check it out. Make sure you support the West.
Support
That's
the
what
West.
this platform
And
is here
support
for.
each other, people.
Support each
Support
other.
each other. Tune in, comment, let us know who you'd like for us to bring on here, what
Yeah,
things
yeah.
you would like us to talk about.
We got
Tune in,
access.
your input
Don't
matters.
think we don't have
Let us
access.
know how ugly you think influence is. We're here for all the comments.
All of it. All of it. All of it. All of it. So I am a vigilante. Thank you again for.
Subscribe, comment, all that good shit.
We said that.
Do it again.
And he's in
He's
his
lit.
influence.
He's
I'm
lit.
vigilante. This is my beautiful sister Jasmine. We are the hosts of The Dungeon, shedding light on all forms of creativity of the West LA. So please stay safe, stay supportive, and stay woke. Thank you.
Shout out to Jesse 310 Rays. We out.
Jesse, 310 Rays. Thank you, baby. We out.